version, the X-Men Resistance version of the game. And in this one, we're the heroes and we're fighting the zombies. I've set up the third scenario, I think third or fourth scenario here. In this scenario, we're collecting all the objectives on the board. There are two special objectives, a blue one and a green one. If we collect the blue one, hang on here, just remember here. So the regular red objectives give 5 XP to the hero who takes it, and the blue and green ones give 5 to everybody when they take them, and they also trigger these spawn points at the bottom of the board. In this one, we have to rescue the bystanders, and if we don't rescue them, bad things happen to us. Okay, so we'll start this one again. So we're in the upper part of the board over here to start, and so again we have the player phase here. So in this one, similar to the other one, we increase our power tracks. Our power tracks, not hunger tracks in this game. So increase our power tracks. And the power, this is a power we need to use to activate our special abilities, basically. And then the same thing, we're going to refresh our activation tokens. In the first turn, we don't have to do that. And then we activate our superheroes. Okay. So in this one, we can move, same as the other one. You move one zone per activation. You can open a door or window. In this one, there are windows on the boards. So we can open those. When a building's first open, you spawn in its zones as usual. And then the other thing is we can get a trait, just like the other version. And this one, we can power up to gain 2 power. And then, of course, instead of devouring bystanders, we rescue them. But otherwise, that works the same. To rescue a bystander in this one, the bystander has to be in a zone with no zombies, and you in the same zone, and then you can just rescue them as an action. And then again, we can interact with an objective or attack. Okay, so I gotta go for the objectives in this one. This one we need to get all the objectives. There are 5 on the board. So there's one right in front of us. So I think we'll start in this room because we got a bystander here and an objective. I'm using the same 4 characters, but these are the hero versions of the characters. So in this one, Iceman, yeah, his Ice Slide ability, once during turn, you may spend a power to have yourself or another superhero within range 1 perform 1 free move action. So slightly different. And then his attack is a ranged attack again, and it's actually the same as the attack he has in the zombie version. The Juggernaut in this one, you have 5 health. Once during your turn, you may spend 1 power to perform a free move action and 1 free open door action. So he has extra health. He has 5 on his track, whereas everybody else has 3. Moon Knight. Once during your turn, after completing a move action, you may spend a power to perform 1 free crescent darts action targeting your zone. So that's his attack. Again, his attacks the attacks are the same as the zombie version, so they didn't really change that in this one. And Nightcrawler, once during your turn, you may spend a power to move to any zone on the board containing a super. So his power is exactly the same as the zombie version. Right, so Iceman can perform a power to do free. I might use that in a bit, but first thing I'm going to do is open this door here. That puts an open door token on there, and this works the same. The room here, first we flip the bystander over, so we've got Karen Page here. So I gotta grab her mini. Here's her mini. She's there. And her special ability is during your turn, discard this card to gain any discarded hero trait card. Okay, and then we gotta spawn zombies in 2 zones. Of course, we're at blue to start, so we got Walker Rush. Okay, so we got 3 walkers, and then they're going to activate right away. So they're actually going to jump right into our zone. So they spawn here, and then they're going to jump right into us right away. And then the second one, one we get multiple man multiplication, spawn indicated walkers in all zones containing walkers, so we're going to get an extra walker in the same zone as us. So now we got 4 to deal with right on top of us. Okay, so that was his first action. So second action, I guess we're right in the fight here. So he's got a ranged action. Again, he's got the ranged action 0 to 1. He rolls 2 dice, hits on a 3+. And of course, now that we're not playing with the zombie mode, you don't get the extra dice for the hunger. So he's only got the 2 dice that he gets to roll, but he still hits on a 3, which is pretty good. So we got 1 hit there. So he gets 1 experience. That's the second action. So he's got 1 more action left. And he will roll again. And he hits on a 3, so he got another hit there. Okay, so that's it for Iceman's turn. Okay, so we got 2 enemies in our zone. And none of these special powers are going to help me with these 2 guys, so I'm just going to do a straight up attack. So Juggernaut, well, they're all equal. They all roll 3 dice, and they all hit on 4. So let's just use Juggernaut here. Attack. Oh, he's got 3 misses there. So the bite ones are just misses in this one. Okay, so second attack. Okay, 3 hits there. So I took those 2 guys out. 2 experience, and I got 1 action left. So I'll just move him into this room. Okay. Okay, so I'll do Moon Knight next. So I'll move Moon Knight 1 action, 2 action, and I'll use his 3rd action to rescue this bystander. So I got Karen Page here. So during a turn, I can discard this to gain a discarded hero trait card if I want. That goes there. And just like the other version, you can only have 1 at a time. The other thing about these is if I actually take a hit, I can ignore that hit by discarding this card, but then they're devoured and you suffer the bystander devoured penalty, which is all superheroes lose 1 power and 1 trait. So there's a penalty for that, but that can save you. So he did 2 moves and rescued the bystander. So that's the end of his turn. Here we go. Nightcrawler. So Nightcrawler, I'm gonna move 1, 2. Actually, I can spend his power to Bamf. So he'll spend 1 power to teleport to this square. So that's 1 action. Second action to move here, and then 3rd action to get the objective. It's just a red objective, so he will just get 5 experience. Okay, so we got our first objective, and that's his turn. Okay, and now we go to the enemy phase. There's no enemies on the board, so now we just go to spawn enemies. Yeah, and the bystanders in this one, they'll move towards the heroes unless they have to move into a square where there's zombies. Okay, so the first one, okay, we start with a zombie hero. So we're in blue, so we get 1 zombie hero. And the zombie hero I pulled is Deadpool. Deadpool, when eliminated, lay his game piece on its side for the rest of the game. Superheroes entering his zone must roll 1 die. On a 5+, they suffer 1 wound. Here's Deadpool's mini. And of course, the spawn works the same as in the zombie version. Spawns. We start with the first one, and then we go clockwise. Beginning here, there's only 2 spawn points. So the next one, we got runners. 1 runner in the top. Okay, so now if there were any bystanders on the board, the bystanders would move at this point. They move after the enemies are spawned. Okay, so we go back to the hero turn. So we're going to increase power. And then we activate. There. And okay, so I've got Deadpool to deal with at the top now. They're a lot. I find the heroes are harder to kill in this version of the game until you get kind of your special powers and stuff later. The other thing I forgot to mention, you can spend your power to roll extra dice. So that is a way to take out the. So it's kind of like the hunger, except the hunger doesn't go down when you attack. So you can spend. So what I could do here, I've got Iceman there. He's got the ranged attack and he hits on 3s. Deadpool's got 4 toughness. So what I could do is use my first action to increase his power by 2. And then I could do a ranged attack on Deadpool and use all my power here and roll 6 dice. And I need 4 hits. And I got exactly 4 hits there. So I'll take out Deadpool. Now his special abilities, he lays on this side, he's going to do a damage to. So when he's eliminated, he lays there for the rest of the game. He's going to sit there, and every time we enter his zone, we roll a die on a 5+, we take a wound. So I get, because he's 4 toughness, I get 4 experience for killing him. Okay, didn't put me in the yellow, luckily, so that was my first action. I did an attack. I probably want to open a door. So 1 action, second action, I will move into here. And third action, I will open this door. Now this is a small room because see there's a window here and a door here. So that's actually just going to spawn something in that room there. So open the door. And we'll do 1 spawn. And we got Overdrive. So we're still in blue, so move all brutes up to 2 zones if possible. Any superheroes in the zone they enter lose all their power. There's no brutes on the board right now. The brutes are the big zombie tank guys. These guys here. A really nice mini for those guys. But yeah, don't have any of those guys, so nothing spawns. So good. That's it for Iceman's turn. Okay, so Juggernaut's can spend a power to do the free move and the free open door. So I think I'm going to use that here. So you can Juggernaut his way into this door and smash it open. Okay, and so we'll start with so we got Betty Ross here. Grab her. Here's her mini. And we got 1 spawn in there. So we got Walker Rush. So we're going to get 6 walkers, and then they're going to activate. So they're going to spawn there and then jump in the Juggernaut's room. So they spawn here, and then I'll move into his room. So he actually hasn't used an action yet because he used his special move here. So yeah, he's got all 3 of his attacks. He might as well start attacking here. So he rolls 3 dice and hits on a 4. First attack, I do 1 hit. Second attack, no hits. That's not good. And third attack, maybe I'll roll an extra dice for this one. Roll 4. And I got 2 hits there. That's a little better. Gonna need some help with that. Okay, that's his turn. Okay. So who do I got left? Okay, so Nightcrawler. Well, Nightcrawler, I can use his special ability to bounce into Juggernaut's room because he can teleport to where they have a hero. That's one action, so he's got 2 actions left to attack. So he's rolling 3 dice and he hits on a 4 as well. And he took them all out in 1 shot. So it's 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, now we're in yellow. So he's got an extra action. So he's got 2 actions left. He's got the objective already. So that bystander will come towards us, and he doesn't need the objective. So I'm not going to move him. Maybe we want to move here and then come around this way. So maybe I will move him. 1, and he's got the extra action left. I'm not going to open that room at this point. So I will take a trait. Okay, so his trait is power up. Discard during your turn and perform 1 free power up action. That's pretty good. Take that. Okay. And then we got Moon Knight. Moon Knight's far away from everybody, so let's just move him 1, 2, 3. And that's his move. Okay. Okay, so now I activate the enemies. We've got the one up here. This is the one that moves twice. So they will move 1, 2 to get there, and then now we'll do the spawns, starting with the top one, the one there. So we got brutes here, and we're doing yellow now because Nightcrawler moved into the yellow, so we're doing yellow. So we get 1 brute. And the brutes take 2 damage to kill instead of 1. And then the second one, we got hidden bystander. So spawn 1 bystander, ignore any too late card, then draw another spawn card for this zone, hidden bystander, and enemies ignore each other. Roll a die after each of its activations. On a 5+, the bystander is no longer hidden. Okay. So we got a hidden bystander here. It's going to be Dum Dum Dugan. Oh, and I should mention that I am playing with a Kickstarter version of this game, so there are characters, bystanders, heroes that are not in the retail version. So the retail version doesn't come with this many heroes and bystanders. So he's hidden, and then I got to spawn. Do another spawn. Okay, so we got 4 walkers. Okay, so now the spawning's done. Now we activate the bystanders. So this bystander will move 1 towards the heroes. And he will also move 1. And then because he's a hidden bystander, we roll the die. And on a 5+, he's not going to be hidden anymore. So it's 4, so he's still hidden. Okay. And I'll activate again. Okay, so at this point, I've basically shown you most of the rules that are different between this and the zombie version. A couple other things. The windows. If the zombies don't have line of sight to you, but they can trace a path through, basically they treat windows as open doors. So normally the zombies can't move through a closed door, but you treat the windows, if they don't line up sight to you, they treat windows as open doors, and if they can trace a path through a window to that's closer than an open door, than an actual open door, they'll spend their action breaking that window, and every zombie in that zone will spend the action breaking that window. So they break windows. So that's one difference. And another difference is the X-Men one has multiple levels. So this square here in the middle, in some scenarios, there's an elevator there, and there's separate floors, and you can take the elevator to the separate floors. And there's also these stairs here. You can get separate floors. Not in this scenario, that's not applicable, but those are the kind of the key differences. The other key differences in this set versus the zombie set that there is. Thanks for watching. I will be posting a review after this and comparing and seeing what I like and don't like about the two versions. And of course, I should mention the at the back of the each rulebook. So when you have the scenarios, each version does have scenarios for the other version using components from both essentially. So there are, you know, five zombie hero mission. Oh, six, no, five zombie hero missions in this book, and the same thing for the zombie one that has a number of hero missions at the back. So there are some missions that combine the components from both sets. So there's some advantages to owning both sets, and of course, you know, if you're buying this at retail, when you owning both sets, you get you know, with the heroes that you get for this set, you'll get or for the zombies, the zombie heroes that you get with this set, you will get the zombie identity cards for the zombie heroes minis that you get in here, and you'll also get, and for the heroes that you have in this set, you'll get the zombies, the zombie hero or the superhero spawn cards for the other set. So you can you can use some of these, the minis that you get can be used in both sets. So it kind of doubles the amount of zombie heroes you have in the zombie set, and the heroes that come with the zombie set double the heroes that come with the this set. So that's another thing to note about getting the two sets. But it is quite expensive. So, but you know, if you really like the game and you like both versions, like I do, I like both versions, and I wanted the full set. I thought it was worth it. Of course, I kickstarted it as well, and I got one of the expansions. So, thanks for watching.